Good morning, cat lovers. My name is Susan. I live in a little town in north central Arkansas on Greers Ferry Lake. I also smoke cigarettes, that's why we're outside on a cold morning. I'm not promoting smoking, I'm merely upfront about the fact that I do. So you're going to get some traffic noise, so maybe I should speak up. I was pondering this morning after feeding the cats how to let new viewers get to know me better. And I remembered how I started my other channel, Lip Locked No More. Sitting on my front porch, smoking a cigarette, and talking to potential subs about what we talk about over there, which is not cats. In other words, I sat on my front porch and let you get to know me. And especially on a channel, my other channel is not monetized. I want to get this channel monetized. I've already made it clear why. First step, though, even before that, is I need enough subs to get a community tab so I can start sharing on this channel all of the stuff about cats on my other channel that need to be transferred over here, and I don't even know how yet. So I've been uploading cat rescue videos from Lip Locked No More to the community tab of Lip Locked No More in a bait them and reel them in for subs to get my standing subs on my other channel to come to this channel, even if they don't love cats, just to help me get started. But I got to thinking this morning, there may be some of you who have absolutely no idea who I am and what I'm about. I beg your pardon. What I'm about on this channel is being an old lady in a small town where someone, through irresponsibility by not having their female cat spayed, ended up with my husband, Bob, and I taking care in every way, from brushing to vet visits, to toys, to food, to water, to dishes, litter pans, habitats. And if anything happens to Bob, I've got to have help. I've told you that. So, all right, so that's why this channel's here. But in an effort to get to where y'all might know a little bit more about me in the world of cats, this morning while I was making my cup of coffee, I thought, why not tell the story of your first cat rescue with Bob? Because when I look back over my life, I've actually been rescuing cats since I was 5 years old. And I'm 70 now. But mine and Bob's first cat rescue, I went to the Walmart store in our town here on a hot August day 22 years ago. When I came back out to my car, something caught my eye across the black asphalt parking lot, a tiny movement of white in the middle of a vast black August asphalt day. At first, I thought it was a Walmart bag. At the time, they were white. And that a breeze had made it move. But something made me look a second time. And over there, across the parking lot, in the sweltering heat that would fit into the palm of my hand, was a tiny white cat, a tiny white kitten who had been abandoned, dumped, to die, or to be found by an angel like me. So I picked her up. I didn't have a carrier in the car or anything like that at the time. I had a female spayed, a spayed female named Boogie, and Bob had come into our relationship with a neutered male named Champagne Charlie. So we had 2 house cats who got along just fine. They're both since gone. So is the white kitty, but she lived for 18 years. Grew to 21 pounds. The vet called her Cotton. They didn't want to put her real name in their computer, you see. Don't let any little kids hear what I'm about to say her name was. Tbiscuit. Her long name was Princess Tbiscuit Garbage Cat Dingleberry. When she was in our home for about 2 weeks, my mother was visiting at the time, and Bob and I was still working at the time. And I came home from work on an afternoon, and my mother, who wasn't particularly a cat person, said, "Honey, I think there's something wrong with your little kitten. It's not acting the way it has the last few days while you've been at work." So timing was really good on this, because it was just a few moments later that I walked into my kitchen to put fresh food and water in her dish. She walked in and uncontrollably urinated all over the linoleum, and it was blazing sunset orange. It was a Saturday, so we made an emergency visit to our vet. They ran the tests, and she had a parasite that I can't pronounce in her bloodstream, and our vet said, about a tiny kitten that would fit in my hand. I may be able to save her, but it's going to cost a lot of money. I advise that we put her down. And I looked at my husband, Bob, and I looked at Dr. Patchell, our vet, at the time, and with tears streaming down my face, I said to Bob and Dr. Patchell, "God did not have me find and rescue this kitten just to bring it here for you to kill it. Save her." And more than $1,000 later, and prolonged treatment, and nights upon night upon night of sitting up. I would sit up on the toilet bowl in the bathroom, because that's where her litter box was. We had a really big bathroom at our other house. She would sit there and just almost go over, just almost fall over her little. It's painful to remember. And I would sit in my bathroom there, holding her, making sure she got her meds as prescribed and on time, and begging God with all my heart, "I know you didn't have me find this baby just to have her die." Now, a couple of years ago, Princess Tbiscuit, long hair, solid white, blue eyes, and not deaf, Because y'all, if you're cat lovers, or maybe you know, or if you're not, maybe you don't know, but solid white cats with blue eyes are almost always also completely deaf. So to test that, the vet just held a lid off of her cotton ball jar and dropped it to the tile floor. And when it clanged, Tbiscuit alerted and turned her head towards the sound. And she graced the back of our sofa, my husband's lap, stomping on my head in the bed, getting under the covers and biting my toes for 18 years. That's rescue story number 1. There are about 25 more to come. So this is how I want my new audience on furry feline monsters of mass destruction to get to know me, and why I need why I need you to like, why I need you to share. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your enemies, tell your boss you don't like. Sub up to this old lady and see if we can't help her with these cats. Please. In memory of Princess Tbiscuit. Thank you for listening. Sorry about the traffic noise, but across the street there's a young man who lives with his great grandma. He's 20 years old and he has cerebral palsy. He goes to school every day. He's a brilliant young man. Oh, he's so smart. He's delightful. I love him. Anyway, the kind of droning motor type noise you may be hearing in the background is the community school bus is waiting across the road to pick him up and take him for his classes today. So when I do these outside like this, we'll get traffic noise. I live on a very busy, my front street that is my address isn't busy, but the side street is. We'll talk about my post-traumatic stress syndrome after seeing one of my babies run over on a street where the speed limit, folks, in Heber Springs, Arkansas is 30 miles an hour, but a bunch of you come off of 11th Street into the hard curve onto Scott, and you're doing 45 miles an hour within one block. And let me tell you something, I don't appreciate it. Thank you.